What is crack-a-lackin' today on the morning of today? Holy shit. Okay, so this is my first time ever doing this, but I kind of worked a little bit hard on it today, and I thought I'd just fuck it, post a YouTube video, a little bit of effort put behind it and all that stuff. But yeah, so this is my channel. I've had it. I post gaming content usually on it, and I stream quite frequently on Twitch, so you can go check that out. Try to do it daily and then edit it down and then post it up. But I forget a lot, and it's kind of annoying to do when nobody watches it. So if you could give a little subscribe, that would be cool. Anyways, let's start with this. What I'm talking about is the title looks like it's basically fucking clickbait. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not never watching anime again, and I don't really think anyone gives a flying fedangle if I ever do or don't. But the truth of the matter is, this anime fucking ruined me. When you watch something good, like the few that I can name off the top of the head, it's like Your Lie in April, Jujutsu Kaisen, and anything super mainstream. It gets mainstream for a fucking reason. It's because it's good. I don't care if you're a purist or not. Yeah, it's good. Deal with it. The thing is, it's so good that I loved it so much that I don't think that I'm ever going to be able. I wish I could just get the same feeling of rewatching it that I did when I first watched it, and I didn't rewatch it at all. I just watched it one time, and so this is a very kind of roughly put together review on such just a fantastic anime. I just want to preface that none of my opinions, even though I come off crass, should ever reflect negatively upon the anime, because it's actually very fucking good. So there's gonna be spoilers in this, obviously, because I watched it and I want to talk about it to no one in particular and just state my opinions on the internet for everybody to see. And if you have an opinion against me, you can put it in the comments below. The thing is, I don't really have the ability mentally to just talk about anything without spoiling it. So yeah, there are straight up spoilers. It's all here. And go watch it. Don't waste your time listening to me. Go watch it, unless you just want to not be able to ever enjoy it. Then go watch it or keep listening. I don't know. I don't care. The reason that I like it is the story is so encapsulating, and it just takes you in, and you feel like you've been there. And I think I relate a lot to a majority of the characters. If you think about it, a lot of artists and creators and storytellers, they base all of their characters off of somebody real or something that they perceived in the natural world around them, and that's what helps us be able to relate on a very personal level to such not real things. It's amazing. I love it. If you've worked a part-time job, if you've worked any job, if you've had any life experience with hanging out with people, then this anime is for you. It's so good. But yeah, hella spoilers. So back out now. Final warning. Our story begins with the main character, Higadashi, who is an absolute G. This guy is actually cool. I enjoy his character a lot. He's very much not the stupid anime hentai protagonist archetype that a lot of companies tend to go by. It's not just his overall personality that I enjoy, but they give him just enough screen time to where you can enjoy every other character that this great TV show has to offer. This anime is it's very much a romance slice of life thing. I mean, if you've watched it and come back to this video, yeah, it's in the end, it's maybe comedy in the beginning, but then it takes this whole turn towards the end, just all these beautiful people falling in love. Oh my god. But if I had to sum it all up into one sentence, I would say it is a romantic slice of life about the inner working social relationships of the part-time working class in the Wagnaria fuck. So it's cool, his character, because you don't really, he's just such a broody teenager. He needs to suck it up and love his parents a little bit more. And he's got it good. His dad may be unemployed and he may be kind of clowned a little bit, but it's because he's so clownable. I have friends like him too, and I do the exact same thing. You just need to goof up a little bit, you know. This anime definitely puts an emphasis on how when you're like working a part-time job, you're probably strapped for cash, and there's definitely some money related issue probably of why you're working there. The reason, I mean, literally the reason that Hagadashi has to go work at the restaurant is because his dad is so unemployed. And you know, you could argue that the reason that he's in this problem in the first place is because his parents are really a little bit too happy-go-lucky, and his you know, his sister's just like totally oblivious to everything going on. But yeah, as a character, like, I like him. He's the perfect balance of stone cold, I'm gonna work hard, I get good grades, I don't really want to be seen a specific type of way besides who is mellow and chill with a dash of comedy. A little bit of comedic relief to spice up the old stew. I think it's a little redundant how much fucking leeway he gives Hannah the entire show, just giving him chocolates and giving him chocolates. Hannah's chocolates are literally drugs. They're literally dying and going to like this other spectral plane that they can communicate in, or at least they think that they're communicating in to each other, and it is having effects on their neurochemistry and who they are, and it changes over the show. That's it. I just think that's absolutely hilarious. Like, it dawned on me in the final episode, and when they're like, oh no, wait, the chocolates, they aren't killing me anymore. His character is just relentlessly nice, and he will continue to eat the chocolates till the end of the series. And yeah, that final end was kind of like mind-blowing, you know. I mean, just character growth at its peak. But the complete opposite side of the spectrum, if you think about it, of niceness is the Dachi cook. He's way too nice. He's on the screen too much, in my opinion. He's like, I got physically uncomfortable watching him at some points during the TV show. He's so nice that it just messes up his relationships with people, and people think that he's mean. It's not because he acts a certain way at some point that's mean. It's because he's so nice that he gets taken the wrong way and doesn't know how to express his emotions, which I relate to a lot. Like the feeling of being constipated while talking when you're not actually constipated, but it's your throat that's constipated, is how it feels to live as this guy Adachi. You know, give him credit where credit's due. He's a sweetheart, you know, at the end. You'd like those, oh my god. So like in this restaurant, there's dudes and girls, just like how any other restaurant should be. There should be like a perfect balance of dudes and girls getting equal pay and equal staffage and equal position rights and stuff based on how good they are, not based on their, you know, if they got a dick or not. Feminism aside, this one chick literally sees ghosts. Like, it's fucking weird. I don't know where they got the idea to put a ghost in the story of a restaurant, but yeah, dude, if there was a supernatural arc of this TV show, I would watch it 100%. Then there's the chief of staff, Hannah. This bitch won't shut the fuck up, dude. I tell you, I got to episode 8 and I started having, like, not just eye strain, but just all body strain. I couldn't handle it. I almost wanted to stop watching the show just because of how loud. Like, she won't even stop. I gotta be with Hagadashi on this one. I wanted to see just a little bit less of Hannah on the screen. Just I couldn't handle it anymore. There's this one chick who's like super rich, and it's crazy how fucking rich she is. But she's a walking trauma response. I mean, it doesn't even, just because she has this childhood neglect thing going on in her life doesn't mean that she can go walk around and be like, oh, I'm gonna murder you with a giant sword and sell your organs on the black market. Like, I've dated some crazy bitches, but like, this bitch was crazy. And like, I feel so bad for my boy Yuta Shindo, whatever. I can't pronounce Japanese. He was like, dude, just getting ransacked on life. Like, I've been there. We've all been there where you just can't eat nothing but bread and ketchup. This dude can't even eat bread and ketchup. It sucks so bad. I'm so surprised that he didn't actually just kill his father when they found him. Like, I was really waiting for the chick to just slice that dude in half. And then there's this chick that just sits in the break room and brings her baby to work, which is entirely unprofessional. And I've had coworkers like that too, who just don't give a flying fuck about the people around them and want to make their hourly pay by disregarding the individuals who are kind of suffering in their midst. But right, so she has a kid, right? That's it. That's all we know. She has a kid. She's super chill. But upon doing a little bit of extra elbow grease research into this, I did find out that Kisaki Kondo, right? That's yeah. She actually has a relative from the other series. I mean, I think they're related. They could be related. I don't know. There might be a controversy there. What if these like TV shows are just like intertwined, even though they're not even remotely the same? Besides being exactly the same in the same setting in the same place. But like, it'd be crazy if they're just kind of, anyways. If you think about it, the only backstory we really get into is the Shiho Yuta situationship, you know, where their drama is, he's like, I don't want to date you. And then she's like, please date me or I'll kill you. And then he's like, no, I'll pay you back. I mean, there's literally a girl who walks into the shop and just stays there every single day who is like haunted by her grandparents and their past lives or whatever. They don't want to say. I don't know. I don't understand it. And we don't even get to see Morai's dad. I think they didn't want to go down a lot of these paths, which if they had, it would have been epic, and I 100% support. But you got to be content with what you got. You know, this is an anime, and I feel bad trash talking any anime because of just the sheer amount of effort that goes into this, the blood, sweat, literal blood and sweat. There's this manager, the general manager. He doesn't do anything either, but you know, nobody gets onto him because he's the manager. And honestly, I don't really care as someone who's worked in the service industry. It's not that much of a big deal for the manager to just kind of sit around and let everyone else do the work, because they've done their time and they've been at it for a goddamn while, and they just, that's my respect for managers. If they're meant to be in that position, if they've been there for like a couple years and they're just doing their thing, kind of chilling, they deserve it 100%. I'm here for you guys. Keep pushing. But thankfully, he gets a backstory, the guy that we never see on screen. I mean, actually, that kind of makes sense. That might be the point of why we don't see him on screen, just to make him like ominous. But then like at the same time, he's kind of lame, so they make him ominous and lame, and then give him a crazy backstory, and now he's like ominous and cool, and then we never see him again. Like, I'm gonna keep pushing this. They need to somehow someday throw in a second season and then a third one at least. It deserves it. You know, the other one, I haven't watched it. I don't really care. I don't want to watch it. It would be too much of a strain on my heart and my laurels to go and watch an entirely different series. I'm glad that I watched this one because also when I get like start watching something, I won't watch it until the end. I just sat down and wasted so many hours of my life, like 362. Anyways, I watched all 26 seasons of South Park, and it changed me. Also, there's this dude who never gets any time, even though he's like an absolute goof. The Takuya Kono guy, Takuya. Fuck, I'm American. And they kind of did him dirty. They didn't give him anyone. You thinking him and the lady? You think they're gonna be a thing? No. But you know. I mean, it's just how it is for all of us goofy guys who never get the girl. I feel for you, brother. I feel for you. I really do. And finally, I want to mention, just honorable mention to Hagadashi's childhood friend / love interest lady who he has no adjacent, like, parallel lifeline next to. He just blows this bitch off. Like, he is, honestly, I was rooting for her at some point during the story, and I really felt bad, but then, you know, just the way they wrote it made it to where I didn't really want her to be with him in the long run. It's like in Oreshinu or Oreshura or whatever the fuck, where the dudes, I can't believe I'm admitting to having watched this anime. The way they wrapped it up, all of these people, it was good. So yeah, obviously, since it's a love anime, it's a love slice of life. It's a romance. We gotta talk about the relationships. Okay, I got a couple things to say here. First off, there are some times that I thought that these relationships would not work out. I genuinely had this benefit of the doubt epiphany, and I thought that they wouldn't work out, and then I was proven wrong. This anime definitely did not fall super into the dramatic romantic relationships category. Definitely didn't really want to put too much on the romance thing, make you enjoy it. There was this other anime that I watched, I can't remember the name of, but it's about like office workers, and they did the same thing where they didn't like push everybody together, and then everybody was like, I love you, and then the other person was like, I love you, and then it just kept turning into this giant It's definitely like a way better approach to keep people on the edge of their seats the entire series. Truly 10 out of 10 writers. Gotta hand it to you. You think sometimes that they just want to focus on the comedy in this show, and honestly, I laughed so many times watching this. I laughed so much, in fact, that I lost all care of if any of these characters got together. Like, if the show had just ended and everybody was like, aha, imagine me liking you, or like, imagine me falling in love with you. Hell no. If they were like that, I wouldn't have cared. I would have no problem watching the series if they never had shown any romantic interest in each other. My boy Adachi, though, that was a little stressful. Sometimes I just wanted to stop watching because it's so hard to be able to put yourself in the shoes of somebody who just genuinely can't see that, there's no way you're not getting any chance with this girl because it seems like she's 100% into you, and then you're obviously showing some weird affection things going on, so like you just try it out. Like, you didn't have to wait that many episodes, dude. But it all worked out, because in the end, after me thinking that they were the worst couple and that there was nothing happening there, my heart was just torn to shreds that the anime had to end with them being at the point where they were. Because I just the way they just went from like 0 to like 25 to 50 to 75 to 100, it was just the liftoff in that 0 to 100 point, it was glorious. I think I screamed, actually. I was like, yes, and just finally. And I think that same thing happens too with Shiho and Yuta. In fact, I'm going to say that like all of the relationships, you just get like this giant sigh of relief after them finally getting together. And in such a short season, just like 13 episodes, for them to have you on the edge of your seat that long in just such a short amount of time at such a degree is genius. I mean, it could just be my intuition, and social relationships just are terrible, and that might be a factor in why I was surprised. But we can't all be fortune tellers. Like, sometimes in these series, I do like to tell myself, no, there's no way that it can happen, just to make it feel like it's gonna blow my mind when it does happen. And I barely had to say that in this show. It had me thinking that it was not gonna happen, and that did happen, and all of my life was made complete when it happened. The only complaint I have is they spent way too much time on the Shiho and the Yuta thing. Their deal was just, I couldn't get into it. I felt like they did so many flashbacks of just them doing the same thing over and over again, and then Yuta was just like over and over again like, oh no, there's nothing I could do, and everyone's like, just do something. They're like, no, there's nothing I could do. And then for him to finally change it up in the final episode, I felt like that was so long. I felt like I would have been okay if they just switched him up on like the third or fourth episode, and then they like the two of them just like became a thing, and then they fell off like by the fifth episode, and they're like, okay, well, your debt's paid off, and then Yuta wouldn't have been just this poor dude in debt all the time, and Shiho wouldn't have been so crazy in love with him, and then we would have seen more character development for both of them, instead of just this really long, drawn out, very stagnant relationship thing going on there. And I'm not trying to complain. I still watch it all the way through. Guilty. Yeah, there's something really wrong with this bitch though. Anyways, all that to say, this anime, I loved it. It was what I needed. I was so in love with it while I was watching it. I needed to finish it when I started it. To be honest, I haven't watched an anime all the way through in about a year. Or what is it? It's August now, so it's almost a year. I haven't watched any anime in 2024, and that's crazy for me because I'm an anime fanatic. I've watched so many anime, I don't even remember what anime I watched, and then I come across it like a couple months later, and I'm like, oh my god, I watched that. Oh, and I watched that too. Oh shit, there's nothing to watch. And if you, dear viewer, are struggling with this terrible affliction, then I highly suggest that you go to any anime website and you hit the shuffle button, and it'll show up a bunch of random anime, and you will get past that sitting in front of the description and reading it and saying no, because I feel like there's something going on in society where we just don't want to try new things, and that's a problem to me. We need to try new things, and for some reason for me it is hard to try new things unless it's like right there. So yeah, if you're anything like me, just hit the shuffle button and keep shuffling until you find it. And I'm so glad that I found this anime from it. And I'm not really a slice of life guy. I've watched a couple, and I thought I grew out of it. Honestly, I'm 21 now, and I don't need to be watching this stupid relationship things between high schoolers. But yep, I still need to. This show made me need it. I need to watch slice of life now. I need to cry. It makes me feel a certain way. And all that aside, like, the story is definitely good. I like the little twists and turns along the way. It's just smooth sailing. And don't eat the chocolate. I haven't seen the original. I don't care. I think I said that already. I don't fucking care. I'm not watching it. There's nothing you can do to make me watch it. This is it. This is www Wagnaria for me. This is Wagnaria. This is it. This is all. I don't care. You can't make me watch the other series. This is it. This is what Wagnaria is. But Hannah, though, her voice, man, like, this bitch doesn't shut the fuck up. As much as I was happy that her and Hagadashi got together at the end, I would have been just as happy if she got hit by a fucking truck. And in conclusion, in summary, whatever, it was good. 100%, 10 out of 10, checks all the boxes. Watch it. If you made it through this, though, you're not going to enjoy it because you just watched me talk about it, and I spoiled everything for you, so I'm sorry. But yeah, if you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, comment below. Yeah, good night, good day, good morning. Peace.